Very cool recording. So another vlog. Trying not to get hit by cars. Kind of do like a wide angle lens. See how that looks. See if that looks any better, more interesting. I'm having to use the my back camera, so I can't really see what I look like. So if I'm like in the shot, but let's talk about customer service. Customer service is one of the most important things, because when you're having a problem with something, what you generally do is you call the company and be like, hey, I need help. Now, what they're supposed to do is answer all of your questions. But sometimes that might not be the case. Gotta go. Okay, we're good. Sometimes that might not be the case. Customer service has been bad, like really bad, for the past couple years, or that I've noticed. It could have always been really bad, but there is light out of this tunnel. There are businesses with amazing customer service. I'll say a couple. Kellogg's has great customer service. Not as good as the next one I'm about to say, and that's Pepsi. Pepsi has incredible customer service. The people that you talk to are really nice, and they talk to you like a friend. Like, oh yeah, we got you. We'll help you out. What's wrong? They'll talk to you like they're your friend, and they actually make you feel like that. But Kellogg's doesn't have bad customer service. They're like, they don't yank your chain. I'll say that. They're not like how they talk to you like a friend. They'll be like kind of like a little bit more formal, but they're like, all right, we're not gonna screw around with you. Here's the deal. Like, I remember whenever cereal straws were like a thing, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember cereal straws, and they had been discontinued, and I was like, you know what? I want to talk to Kellogg's, be like, what's the deal with the cereal straws? Are they coming back, or are they just like not coming back out? Well, I called them, being like, yo, what's the deal, with the cereal straws? And they're like, all right, we're not gonna mess with you. Here's the deal. They're coming back out, but like around October. So yeah, you're just gonna have to wait for that. And they're coming out though. They're not like, oh well, we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll definitely talk to our secretary to get in touch with the big head, or the big wig. So yeah, they're not gonna like sit there and like lie to you, because they actually did come out. I think only in like certain like areas, because I don't think I saw them in my Walmarts. Granted, this was whenever COVID had hit, and every shelf, no matter what it was, it could be like the bug juice. Remember bug juice? Like, those were all gone. But yeah, Pepsi, incredible customer service, probably the best that I have ever seen so far. And now let's talk about the bad customer service. I'm sure there's a whole list that you can think of just off the top of your head. What I'm gonna say is Microsoft and Sony. Microsoft, holy cow. I think Sony is probably like a war of who is the worst. But in my experience, it's probably going to be Sony. And I know some of you are like, oh, Microsoft is actually the worst because of this, and this. And I'm surprised you didn't choose Microsoft. Microsoft is bad. It's really bad. I'm not saying like, Sony's the worst, but they're both really, really bad. Microsoft sits there and plays with you. They just sit there and like, hey, I'm having this problem, or this guy's like actually legitimately cheating in this game, and they're like, well, we're not really seeing cheating going on. So, we can't really help you out if you don't have any like concrete evidence, because I wasn't reporting at the time. I remember I had gotten hacked. I had a Trojan virus. I know, it was awful, but it wasn't the end of the world. And it was some Russian guy too. So what happened was, I got the virus, not going on any illegal sites or any nudie sites. I don't know. That didn't happen. I just was downloading software that was going to help me, do like my creative stuff, like art or whatever. And turns out it was not a good link or a good download, and I got a Trojan virus. And so the Russian guy, was logged into my computer, and all he did was like just change my passwords. No, sorry. He changed my email address to his email address, and that was it. He didn't like steal anything. All he did was just change the email address to his. And I thought that was really weird. So I don't have anything like on my computer that's like, if they have this file, they have like my entire life like in their hands. I don't have like my credit cards or anything like that. Now, if that was the case, then they'd have to hack my phone. Then that would be real bad, because I have a lot of like important like stuff on there. But anyways, back to the Microsoft story. I contacted Microsoft, and I was like, hey, so here's what's going on. I think it's stopped now. His guy didn't like find any like important files, so he just kind of left. So can we like fix this? Can we get him off? I don't know how that works. I don't know how y'all prevent that. But apparently Microsoft security was not on par, because they were able to log into everything, even my Microsoft account. So Microsoft was like, all right, well, we'll help you. So like, start doing like this stuff. So we were on the phone for hours, legitimately hours, and it was just like a waiting game of like, all right, do this, all right, now we wait. And then it got to the point where it was like, all right, well, just delete your account. I'm like, no, I'm not deleting my account. I have like a lot of stuff like tied to my Microsoft account. And they're like, yeah, just make like a new Microsoft account, like an Outlook. Everybody uses Outlook. Who uses Outlook? Who uses what's like another thing they use? I know it's like Outlook, and do they use like Hotmail? Is Hotmail still a thing? Or MSN? I don't know. So yeah, they just like, it was just like on the phone for so long of just like nothing, to the point where I was like, all right, we'll just delete it and make a new one. So yeah, Sony is the worst, because whenever I have a technical question, because I made a vlog about my business, but like, to put it in short, I have like my business and I'm working on electronics. I need to fix stuff, and then whenever it comes to like the PlayStation 5, sometimes I'll have questions because I'm not too familiar with everything about the PlayStation 5 just yet. I mean, I'm a lot more familiar with older consoles. They're a lot more simpler, but I can work with them, and I can do some stuff with new consoles because I've been given the honor of working on them. But sometimes I'll have a technical question, be like, hey, I have like this part, and I'm thinking about getting this part, and I am wondering if it's compatible with this version, this model of PlayStation. And they'll just like, we're not going to help you. And they've legitimately said that. They said, we're not going to help you. Okay. And the PlayStation 5's warranty is already voided. So I don't think it's like you can just bring your PlayStation 5 or mail your PlayStation 5 to Sony and they just like fix it. Or I think you can now. I don't know exactly, because there's like a whole like thing about the warranty thing being like, even if your warranty is voided, because you like peeled that sticker or like it's expired, you can still send it. I think there's like a law. I don't know. I don't really know. I'll have to read up on that too. That sounds pretty interesting. But they just like say like, we're not going to help you. And some people might say, oh well, that's how they lose like business, is like people contacting them being like, hey, I need help with this. Is this compatible for like, I need to buy some parts, and I'm wondering if this is going to be compatible with this. So you could probably make the argument, but it's like, we're not going to help you. That's just like really bad. Just like say that instead of being like, well, here's the deal, we can't help you because of this and this. Try to make it like understanding. AT&T is also another bad customer service, and it's not the sense of like they're not helping you, sorta. They help you, but at the same time not help you. It kind of like the Microsoft situation, or not like the situation, but like how they do things. And AT&T must be using like dial-up internet with Windows 95 computers, because I was interested in getting Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is not built into my area, so I need like satellite internet. They don't provide satellite internet. So after being on the phone with this lady for actual hours, and I'm like sitting there like needing to get off the phone, and I need to do stuff. I have stuff to do. After just being on the phone for hours of waiting for them to be like, for their computer to catch up, I was like, hey, I was like wanting some Wi-Fi, and I was wondering when it was going to be available in my area. So they looked at like my area, and they're saying like, okay, well, it's not going to be. No. This is like after like a long time of them saying that it wasn't going to be available in my area. They're waiting for their computer to load, in order to like check if it was going to be available in my area, or if it's currently available in my area. And I know it's not, because I just looked at the AT&T website and did the check availability. It wasn't, and I was just sitting there waiting for hours for them to like tell me it's not. And then in the end, after a long time, they were like, well, since we can't provide you satellite internet, and we can just send you to, or we can like direct your call to Viasat. And so then she tried to like argue with me about like what they can do before they send you to Viasat. They were like, just buy a new phone from us and use the hotspot. And I'm like, no, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to use a hotspot, because hotspot data, I could go on forever about like data and everything, but hotspot data that's supposedly unlimited is not unlimited. It's limited data, but you don't get charged after you've used all your data. So like you can still use your hotspot even after you've used all the fast internet, but like you won't get charged for it. I hate that so much, because it's like, why isn't unlimited data actually unlimited? It's so stupid. But anyways, yeah, so they were like just like trying to be like, well, buy a new phone, or buy one of those MiFi boxes. And I don't want to use a MiFi hotspot box, because just like the phone, they have limited data, and then it slows down the speed of the data after you used all of it. Then after arguing with her, she finally like directed me to Viasat, and I don't know what was going on, but like they answered the phone. They picked up the phone, and I could hear like all like the customer service people, and I'm like, hello, and he just like would not say anything. I think I could hear him, but he was talking to somebody else. So I just ended up hanging up. I was frustrated. I had a lot of stuff that I could have done. I didn't get to do them, or I did them, but like too late. So it was just a really frustrating time overall. But yeah, customer service, really bad, unless it's Pepsi or Kellogg's. Yeah, that's about it.